Today we're looking at energy efficient housing. So there's not too much to do on our reference sheet today, except talk about it, but you're going to use these plans to answer some of the questions in the exercise that I've set for you to do. So we spoke about this a little bit at the beginning of one of the last lessons. When you're looking at your plans and you look particular where it tells you where north is. So when we build a house, we need to consider some things. One is the location of the house on the site. It tells you that the long axis of the house, so the longest bit, should run east-west. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that. You don't have to. If your house block doesn't fit it on, there's no point doing it that way. But the reason why you would run it that way is because if you put the longest part of your house running east-west, because if you remember, that will be this way. That means that the longest part of your house also faces north, because if you look at the second dot point, it says living areas should be on the north side to capture the winter sun. Now, if you get lots of winter sun coming in on the northern part, you don't have to heat those rooms as much as you do the houses on the bedrooms or the living areas on the southern side of your house. Insulation is really important, and that is the most effective way to reduce energy use for heating and cooling. Insulation is that stuff that's fluffy looking stuff, and you put it in the frame of your house, and so it will be between the outside bricks or whatever cladding you've used on the outside of your home and the gyprock on the inside. And that stops heat coming in and prevents cold air coming in, and it does vice versa. So if it keeps your rooms at a nice temperature. And placing where you place your windows and your skylights to maximise your winter sun. In Australia, the western side of a house gets the most sun on it in summertime, and they're the hottest rooms. So you need to think about how many windows you put on the western side of your house. And if you do all of these different things, you can make energy efficient houses, and that means they cost you less money to run. So you're not paying so much money for heating or for air conditioning, and it makes them much more pleasant to live in. So here we've got a site plan, and the outside is the block of land, and the dotted line, it says here, the solid lines are the outline of the house, and the dotted lines are the outline of the roof. And on our plan, everything's in millimetres. We've got the floor plan, so it shows you here's your front door here, you've got a lounge room, a dining room, your kitchen, etc. And they give you a northern elevation of the house. So what you're going to do today is you're going to work your way through exercise 1206, and doing the exercise explains to you about energy efficient housing and how you can design things to cost you less money in the long run.